Bonjour mes amis, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Oui, oui, oui. Hi boys and girls. You hear that sound? That means it's time for circle. So come on over to your carpet or your couch or wherever you're most comfortable and let's learn together today. Remember the other day I told you that I was going to teach you about a new artist. And our artist this month is from France. Now that's why I'm wearing this little hat and my stripy shirt, because in the old days, even before I was born, the French people wore these fancy hats. Now I want to teach you about an artist named Claude Monet. He was from France, and Claude Monet loved to paint. Now I have a little book. I want to show you some of the pictures. I'm not going to read it, but I'm going to open up the pages so Mommy can read it to you later, if you like, okay? This is called A Picnic with Monet. Now, Claude Monet lived in a little pink and green house in France. He was very poor, but he found such joy in painting. Every day, Monet would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's very early. And he began his day of painting. Oh, how he loved to paint. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What do you think he loved to paint? He loved to paint nature. That's right. Claude Monet filled his pictures with his love of nature. Monet's pictures were filled of scenes of things like countrysides and water lilies, rivers and stacks of hay. It didn't matter if it was a sunny day or a cloudy day. Monet always loved to paint. Why? Because the light would make the colors change. Monet saw nature's beauty in all kinds of weather. Monet wanted his paintings to look just like nature. Monet loved to paint his garden, and he loved to work in his garden. He would have tea parties there, and outside the pink and green house in France, there was a little wee garden. Soft, warm breezes of honeysuckle and rose danced into the yellow dining room. As Monet's garden grew, so did his fame. That means people liked his paintings. So many people wanted to buy his paintings. Monet had discovered a new way to paint. Others wanted to paint just like Monet, and this way of painting became known as Impressionism. Can you say that big word? Impressionism. I think our friend Vincent van Gogh painted Impressionism as well. Now that Claude became famous, his family had a lot of money, but they stayed in their little green and pink house in France. And even though his eyes were getting weaker and weaker, he kept right on painting. Oh, look at that beautiful bridge in his garden. Now, when Claude Monet got very old and he died, in those days, people would cover the dead person with a black sheet. But not Monet. No, no, no. His friends knew that Monet never painted with black. He did not like black. No black for Monet. So they covered him with a very colorful sheet because they knew that he would like that. Today, Monet is known as the father of Impressionism. And we can still visit his little green and pink house in France, and we can still see his garden there. Our world is beautiful. Thank you for reminding us, Monet. The end. Those are some really pretty pictures, aren't they? Well, today we're going to learn how to paint like Monet. So remember in the story, it said that Monet did not like black. Ooh, I don't think he'd like my hat very much. He did not paint with black. He could see black in the world sometimes, at nighttime and things like that, but he didn't ever paint with black. There were only 3 colors that Monet used. He used red, yellow, and blue. Can you say that? What did he use? Red, yellow, and blue. And so Monet would take his painter's palette. Do you see this here? Remember at preschool we had that artist palette up on the wall? Well, this is a real palette. This belonged to my mom. And this is what she would use to mix her colors. So what Monet would do is he would hold it like this, put his little thumb in there, and then he'd get some paint. What did I say? Red, yellow, and blue. Put a little bit of red on there. Yep, I can't have it up too high or it'll drip off. Red and some yellow. Funny noise. And what color? Blue. That's right. Red, yellow, and blue. So Monet would use little brush strokes all together. That is how you paint like Monet. Remember Emily Carr had those big brush strokes? And what was the artist's name that used those little tiny dots? That's right, George Seurat. Well, Monet would use little brush strokes and he would mix his paints together. So right now he only has 3 colors. 1, 2, 3. Red, yellow, and blue. So how do you think he got to make green? What's that? Let's try. Take a little bit of yellow, put it over here, and then take some blue. And let's see if we mix that together, what we'll get. Look at that, boys and girls. Blue and yellow makes green. That's right, red and yellow makes green. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a different brush. Hold on just a second. Where am I gonna put this? It's messy now. Okay, I have another brush here. So now we have red, yellow, blue, and green. What do you think would happen if we mixed the yellow and the red together? Let's find out. Yellow and red. Let's mix those together. Might have too much red. So then I just take a little bit more yellow. You see what's happening? Is it changing color? It is. I think I still have too much red. Don't need that much red, Teacher Wendy. Keep adding the yellow. Now you can see what's happening. It is orange. That's right, it's orange. Now how many colors do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. So we used blue and yellow to make the green, and we used red and yellow to make the orange. Now, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. We need purple. Okay, let me find my paintbrushes. Here we go. One more brush. This one's teeny, teeny, tiny. It's a little one. Okay, so let's see. We've mixed the yellow and the blue, and we've mixed the yellow and the red, but we haven't mixed the red and the blue. Let's do that. Oh yeah, this brush is pretty tiny. Okay, I'm going to put some up here. Grab a little bit of that red. Smush that around. Can you see what's happening? I think I need some more blue. You know, painting is just a guessing game. My mom was a very good artist. I'd love to be able to paint as well as she painted. And I'm practicing. I'll get there someday. Ooh, I think you can see what I've made. What color did I make? Purple! So let's review. Yellow and blue makes green, and yellow and red makes orange, and red and blue make purple. Now we have all of the colors, except for black. We're not going to use black today. No black for Monet. No, no, no black. Okay, so I've got my artist palette here. I'm going to pop it down in front of me so that I can get out my paper, and then we're going to paint. Here we go. Okay. Remember, get your paper with a little book, Conversations with Monuments by my friend Kathleen Craker. Oh, she was Craker, then she got married. Now she's a Francis. Kathleen Francis, my friend Kathy. Anyway, so got your paper, and let's think, what are we going to paint? Monet, it said, water lilies, sparkling rivers, stacks of hay. I think I'll make some stacks of hay. So let's see, I'm going to take some blue, for the sky. I'm gonna paint some blue for the sky. Water lily stacks of hay. Okay, I've got some blue. And then I think I'll do a little bit of green. I'll do some green for the bottom. Ooh, that's fun. Blue for the sky, green for the field. And what else have I got? Oh, yellow for the hay. I'm going to make a haystack right there. There's one. And maybe another one right there. There's another one. Ooh, they're getting kind of orange, aren't they? Look at that! Water lilies, stacks of hay. There we go. I'm just starting to paint like Monet. Little brush strokes. Little brush strokes. Together, this is how we know Monet. Hey, maybe we should sing a song together soon. Okay? Well, I'm going to take a little break, clean up my things here, and then we're going to come back to story time and song time with Sid. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks, kids.